Welcome to the world of Coca Tech, where excavators don't just dig, they dance with danger. Oh no, this ain't a construction site, it's a stage. Every spin, every bucket lift is a performance on the edge of disaster. Think driving's easy? Think again. Here, guts are the currency. And if your heart's weak, hit pause now. Ready for a new perspective? Buckle up, folks. It's showtime. Komatsu Excavator Super Show. Welcome to Romania, where excavators don't just dig dirt, they dig trends. This is the ultimate stage for bosses who crave speed, power, and cash flow faster than the Danube River. That Komatsu? Just watch it spin, swing, and drop the bucket like it's performing ballet in the middle of a job site. This is a masterclass in excavator sliding techniques, but I don't think you will try it. And of course, whether this was an accident or the operator's intention, you cannot know. But surely after this scene, your heart will stop, and you will be glad that the operator is still safe. Standing before you is the Hitachi EX26000-7. Not just an excavator, but a heavyweight champion tipping the scales at nearly 260 tons, powered by the mighty Cummins QSKTA 50-CE engine, delivering a jaw-dropping 1,500 horsepower. A 17 cubic meter bucket? That's a direct punch to the mountain. Fast, clean, and precise, like a knockout in the very first round. And when the colossal duo of the Komatsu 960E-1 and the Caterpillar 797F rolls in, each capable of hauling 360 tons of material, you're not just watching machinery at work. You're witnessing a mechanical symphony where every wheel rotation and every dump of overburden hits like a drumbeat of industrial power. This is the grand stage where mechanical legends show their true grit. Need speed? Need performance? This is the all-star lineup every project boss dreams of commanding. Welcome to the Excavator Buddy System, where dirt isn't just moved, it's shared, like asking to borrow a lane during lunch break. These two excavator pals are working together so smoothly, you'd think they've been training side by side since they were just bolts and nuts. One scoops, one catches. No fuss, no fighting. Just good old-fashioned job site sportsmanship.
Geil, Mann. Wo soll sie gehen? Ah, der ist top.
The battle between mankind and the ocean, and right on the front lines, Team Van Oord is planting their flag in Happisburg, Norfolk. Each concrete block, each meter of seawall goes in like pieces of a spacecraft being assembled. But this mission is to protect the Earth from the real-life storm. Think sea defense projects are boring? Think again. This is where nature never stops testing us, and humans respond with brains, tech, and a crew that never backs down. Every second is a step forward, every frame a declaration. The sea may roar, but we are ready. Imagine this. You are standing next to a monster that you want to destroy, but when you touch it lightly, it suddenly collapses, making your heart skip a beat, and luckily for the people operating that vehicle, they are still safe, but that problem should not happen too often. This isn't an action movie. It's a real-life cliffhanger in the heart of the forest, where a logging truck took a wild dive into the river like it was on a water slide, with zero safety ropes. Then came the steel savior, the Skidder TS 22 Muller, storming in like a beast from the woods. No dramatic soundtrack needed. Just the roar of that engine was enough to make hearts skip a beat. And the driver? Just a few scratches. But considering the scale of that crash, he walked out like he's straight from a superhero comic book. This is living proof of one thing. There's nothing more dangerous than driving a logging truck and living to tell the tale. The Excavator, affectionately known as Little Bigo, is putting on an epic performance, climbing onto a massive trailer with no help, no ropes, and no assistance. It's just it and the steel resolve of its operator. Every bucket swing, every time it stands tall like a superhero ready to fly, all of it has the audience holding their breath, as if watching a tightrope act, but in a 30-ton version.
Let's go!
Stolen tractor? Just another day in the wild. You'd think this was a scene from an action movie, but nope, it's real life. A tractor was stolen from a nearby farm, driven 3 miles, and then stuck right in the middle of a muddy field, where it's nothing but mud and water. And here we are, the rescue crew with laser focus, no hesitation. A flawless recovery that turns this mud pit into a stage for a gravity-defying performance. And wait a minute, that mud? It's basically like the dirt track of the year. The legendary Caterpillar D11T makes its debut in Cyprus, and not everyone has the privilege of witnessing it. This is no ordinary excavator. It's a construction beast, so powerful that even the dirt and rocks seem to tremble in its presence. With its superior strength, mighty engine, and cutting-edge technology, the D11T is set to completely transform the construction scene on the island of Cyprus. of the Tata Hitachi X200LC, this excavator doesn't just dig into the earth, it carves out the very space itself. With insanely precise scoops, not a single mistake in sight, this machine is not just a tool, it's a true superhero on the job site. And let's not forget the operator. The boss isn't just the owner of the machine, but the incredible driver, full of passion and skill. Big thanks to the owner, and wishing you health and smooth sailing in all your projects.
எங்கிட்ட இறங்குறாங்க?
The retro excavator is tightrope walking over a trench like a multi-ton circus performer. No bridge, no safety lines, just tracks, a digging arm, and the steel nerves of a true job site warrior. This is a symbol of pure skill, precision, and guts. Every inch forward is a mental showdown, and the operator moves like he's dancing on mud. Truly a real warrior with top-tier talent. This isn't a prison break. It's a rescue mission for a mini excavator buried alive like a lost warrior in a battlefield of mud. What is experience? It's made of legendary stuck moments. And this time, luckily, there just happens to be a magical pile of logs nearby. If there's one takeaway from this, it's if you're going to get stuck, make sure it's next to a stack of logs. And the friend who showed up, he didn't just bring a tow rope. He brought the spirit that says, real buddies pull each other out of the mud.
Oh, and I'm going to have to try to do some tedious work on the wrong pattern.
Maybe I'll open it now.
So I can put it on the right pattern.
Yeah. What do you want me to do? Hook the blade right here with a skid steer?
Yeah, we don't need to go this way. I think it's wetter.
Yeah.
If that brush pile wasn't there, I'd try to go up that way. I honestly don't know. I'm kind of wedged in here. Let me see what I can do. I mean, we got to be able to get to the blade somehow to be able to hook it up. Is there a hook there? Let's try to get it hooked there and see if All right, so we got the pattern changed on it. We're going to take the chainsaw and cut a couple of them small logs in half and get them shoved under the track, so it'll kind of get that end up, and jack this end up. I think we can pull it out. It'll get me up high enough I can spin around and make me a ramp to get out. Are you satisfied? I need a thumbs up though. Okay. Oh, we got it out though. It was a little soft right there, but it just took those logs to get it up out of the ground and build a little. He's gonna get the power washer out and wash it off, but it happens. Best thing though is just.
This isn't just a chain replacement. It's a high-stakes showdown on a rugged mountain slope. A Pokeland track change like this? Not everyone's got the guts to pull it off. This isn't mechanics. This is a test of nerve, precision, and the unshakable spirit of someone from Bihar. The folks from Bihar, they've got fire. They want to learn, to work, and to rise above. And that old track, every link tells a story of sweat poured, of hills conquered, and of machines that never gave up. This is a true steel muscle performance, where iron dances, hydraulics roar, and tires screech like rock music on a job site stage. Every bucket drop, every cabin spin moves like a warrior's dance. Not a beat missed, not an inch wasted. And if you're watching without shouting, "Oh wow," you're just disrespecting greatness.
Zobaczcie co robię tutaj z koparką. Jak się wyrywa z jamy. Dawaj, dawaj,
This is no ordinary demolition. It's a battle royale between machinery and solid buildings. The Industry Abruk project, Kogi LN, is leaving us in awe as massive concrete and steel structures are taken down swiftly, like a superhero scene from an action movie. Every swing, every machine hit is as precise as playing Tetris. But this time, it's not about fitting pieces together. It's about tearing them apart. With every powerful strike, these machines aren't just tools. They're true warriors on the construction battlefield. This is a masterclass in technique and technology. The Brock 280 doesn't need ramps, doesn't need anything. Just one press of a button, and everything falls into place like a machine programmed to perfection. The skill required to operate this beast is no joke. It's a flawless replacement for an entire team of workers. And don't worry, because the day is coming when entire teams will be replaced by automated systems, and all you'll need to do is hit a button. No more worrying about difficult workers. Everything runs smooth like clockwork. This is the savior on the construction site, a pickup truck stuck in a deep hole, and this guy needs nothing but the power of a hydraulic excavator. Like a warrior, without hesitation, one pull, and the truck is free. The operator is not just a beast with the excavator, but also a true brother, always ready to lend a hand.
Aí, galera. Vou puxar pra cima ou vai cavar? O que você quer que faz?
Puxar pra arriar e arrastar pra cima. Vai fazer aqui assim, ó.
Mas só puxar?
Barrar assim, até aqui. Ela deitar a ponta aqui, aí puxar pra cá, ó. Assim.
This excavator doesn't need a ramp, no bridge, just a few lifts and thud. The whole machine slides down like a smooth performance, leaving everyone in awe. If you don't exclaim, "Wow, that was fast," then you're clearly missing out on some serious finesse. The ultimate showdown between man and the swamp beasts. Beaver dam removal, when the dams of these forest creatures become the biggest challenge for the drainage system. But don't worry, there's a warrior ready to step in. This is no joke, folks. It's a full-on beaver dam demolition, where every scoop is a step forward and every dump of dirt is a battle for the land. And let's not forget, maintaining the ditch system is never easy. But with this crew, tough jobs are just the challenge needed to prove. We don't just defeat the beavers, we turn them into memories